Hey guys, I'm back and I have a brand new subscription to look at today. Never Enough Tactical. This is the advanced supply drop. So, I mean, not brand new to the market, but obviously brand new to me, brand new to the channel. This box made possible by the awesome work and assistance of the Patreon supporters. So thank you guys. And there'll be a link in the video description for anybody else that wants to check out Patreon and think about jumping in there and helping out as well. But let's just jump right into this and see what we've got here today. Today I'm doing the unboxing with the Wilktillion. You might have missed the video where we took the internal guts of a Griptilian and replaced it with a sort of mid-tech blade and handle setup by Kevin Wilkins. Great knife maker. So I'll put a link to that video too, because it kind of turns it into a brand new knife, doesn't it? It's really nice looking. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get right into this thing. Alright, so let's see. By Patriots for Patriots, I like that. This is the November supply drop. This is kind of an in-depth packing list. I have not seen one this this big before. I mean, in terms of the description of all the items, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to read through all this, but let's take a look at everything. Now, to be honest, I can't remember what the actual price paid for this box is, so I'm going to put that in text over there. And let's start. I see a CRKT knife already. Of course, I want to jump right into that right away. But let's go in order of the packing list. So, Abdominal dressing by North American Rescue with an MSRP of $11.99. This looks like a medical packaging. I can tell that just from looking at it. So, I don't want to open this up because it's sterile. It's vacuum sealed. North American Rescue makes some pretty good rescue products. I know that name by reputation. When you have an emergency trauma dressing or an abdominal dressing, basically what you usually have is a big, bulky, very absorbent, sterile dressing in the middle, and you have bandage material wrapped around it. So this is good for so many things. These do run fairly expensive, you know, from medical supply places. $11.99. You know, for a good quality one, seems about right for the price paid for this. So this is good. I like this. I will put this in my trauma pack, and this will sit until needed. Hopefully never, but I'll have it. Next, Battle Rope by Breakthrough Clean. MSRP is $15.95. So Breakthrough Clean Ropes, I'm not sure what that is. Let's see, it's a weapons cleaning device. Cleans 22 and 223. Perfect, because that's one of the two calibers that I have. Looks like I can use this to clean my rifle. For those of you not big into cleaning your weapons, this would drop down through the barrel so that you could then pull it, and then as you pull this through, this would kind of, you know, you put your cleaner in there, whether it's CLP, whether it's a foaming cleaner or something else. This would loosen up all the carbon and other filthy stuff in there. And then this, ooh, and the cleaning rope has some brass bristles in it too to help you loosen up some of that stuff. And then this would actually do the cleaning action to remove those deposits as it goes. This stuff can run pretty expensive too. This is always useful to have. And this is nice and bulky. I think this is like a nylon. So because it's so bulky though, it'd be a little harder to pull through, but that's good because this is going to cover every little nook and cranny of your rifling and of your barrel and get all that stuff out. So I'm actually really curious to check this out and see how well it works. Looks like an interesting product. I don't do a lot of gun stuff. I've been asked why don't I do more gun stuff on the channel, and the reason is because, oh, another knife. Ontario Knife Company, nice. Anyway, I had a really nice gun collection, and then, hi Tito, hi, you coming to say hello? And then I got divorced, and it's not that she wanted guns, she just didn't want me to have any of them, and she took them all away. It's a sore subject for me. But anyway, that's a cool item, I like that. 2 out of 2 in the like it pile, that's pretty rare for me. Beanie by 511 Tactical, $16.99. Alright. Well, it's a little beanie watch cap, fleece watch cap. These things are way warmer than they look. I'm not all about wearing brands, and the truth is I have a few foliage green ones of these that I was issued, so I don't know if I'm ever going to wear this. It's not that there's anything wrong with it, I'm just not a beanie kind of guy. I wore my fleecy green ones in uniform because there's not a lot of warm headgear you're allowed to wear in uniform. But guess what? I can wear anything I want now, and I have a hood on my hoodie. So maybe this will find its way into the giveaway pile. If this is something you guys would be interested in. You guys gotta let me know, is this something you're interested in? Delilah's Peck in the Dark Folder by Columbia River Knife and Tool, MSRP $34.99. Well, you know I love CRKT as a knife company, and let's see what we've got here. I love the Kiss and the Peck series. Now they're small. This is probably the smallest one I have. The smallest one I've seen. Let me tell you why these things are awesome. Number one, they're lightweight and they're tiny. But I don't know how to appropriately phrase this. These things can be mistaken for money clips pretty easily. And if you do need to go through something like, oh, say, a metal detector, and you know how you take all your metal stuff out of your pocket, you put some bills in this, you throw it face down with the bills on top, and it just looks like a little money clip. And it usually goes right through and nobody looks at it. I'm not saying I've done that with a CRKT Kiss, but I've done that with the CRKT Kiss. And I imagine this would be the same kind of deal. So I love the Halligan designs on the Kiss and the Pecks. They're really, really small knives, but in a little pinch, they're great to put on a keychain. This one's actually a little small for me. Like, this is way smaller than a Kiss. I've never had the Peck before. Get it? There's the Kiss, the bigger one, and then a Peck. Like a little Peck is a small one. But it's still cool to have. I don't doubt that the MSRP is $35. I don't think that this particular thing is worth $35. I mean, CRKT is, a lot of their stuff is kind of overpriced. I like their stuff. They do charge you a lot for some of it. And I don't know if I would pay $35 for this in a store on my own. But the Kiss knives are usually pretty well priced and a little bit bigger than this. So this is, I like it. I would not pay for this on my own at the MSRP price anyway. But it's still really cool to have. And you know what? Let's just, since we have paper right here, it's hard to do a paper test on something this small. I mean, it wants to cut, it's just, well, it's not razor sharp. That sucks. I mean, it wants to cut stuff. It's just, it's a small little knife, and it's a little moist out here. Papers, it's been raining for days and days and days, so that's nice though. Knife sharpener by the Block Sharpener, $24.95. I am not a fan of this. I don't like these pre-made angle sharpeners. All right, so this is basically one thing I'm going to put in the don't like it pile. I'm not familiar with this brand. I use butcher steels on kitchen knives all the time when I'm cooking, but I have not had, I'd rather control my own angle. Now, if you're inexperienced or you're really experienced at using these kinds of things, great. But for the most part, I don't like angle sharpeners, especially the little ceramic bladed ones. I like sharpeners that let me control my own angle. Again, this one I don't have first-hand experience with, but I don't want to risk my blades on it. I mean, ask professionals. These are not for, I don't know, kitchen knives and stuff, fine, but for your like field knives and things like that, there's better ways to go. And I know somebody's going to say, well, why don't you show us better ways to go? I'm working on a sharpening video. A lot of my stuff is not here right now, and it's been a request that I've had for a while. I'm going to do it. I am not a sharpening expert. The guy who, if you remember the Maximet Steel Native 5, the guy who JT has it going to after me is a sharpening expert. He's going to put together a great video on that. But these things, I've never been a big fan of them. I think you're much better spending a little bit of time developing your own craft, learning how to maintain a good angle on like a whetstone, than using something like this. But that's just me. You guys might have good results with it. I just not a fan of things like this. Not at all. And plus, you're limited to only one angle. What if that's not the angle you want your edge to be on it? So there are reasons you might want different angles and everything. If your knife isn't originally this angle, you could end up with a reprofiling nightmare. And so it's just, I don't know. I'm sure it's a useful tool for a lot of people. It's just not something that I would want to put on my knives. So we're going to put this in the don't like it pile. It's the only thing going in the don't like it pile so far. And then the last item I'm excited for this is the Rat 3 with an MSRP of $95.95. Now, I believe that MSRP completely. I also know that you can get it a lot cheaper. And I already have one of these from, I believe, Battle Box. But this is, as soon as I opened it up, I realized a completely different teeth. Now, the Rat 3 is a really nice little fieldcraft knife. It's relatively lightweight. It's got great micarta scales, great steel, great coating. It's interesting that this sheath is so completely different. So I'm going to do some research before I post this video, and I'll put a link in the not the comment section, sorry, a link in the description to the Battle Box video where I got the other Rat 3, so you can see the difference in how the other one came sheath. And normally I'm not a fan of these nylon sheaths, but this one is lightweight. Oh, you know what I realized? I shouldn't have done that. This holds the strap in. And you can adjust it. That's pretty cool. This is lightweight. This sheath is a lot more lightweight than the last one I had. I just screwed everything up by undoing that Velcro. The big thing about nylon sheaths is very often they only give you one way to attach it, but this has your standard belt loop, and you can see here it's got MOLLE, and then you can also rig it up vertically if you want, so that's awesome. I'm sure these snaps are very secure. When you don't, like a moron, undo the Velcro and mess it all up. This is awesome. I love this knife. And so I do, more in-depth talking in the other video. I'm not going to bore you guys about it now. But the Rat 3 is a great knife, and since I have two, and we have a big giveaway coming up, expect to see the newer one in the big giveaway. So that's it, guys. That is a real quick down and dirty unboxing for the advanced supply drop of Never Enough Tactical. Not as big in terms of number of items and stuff as Battle Box, but you know what? For the price paid, I think it's pretty. There's only one thing in it that I didn't like, and you guys know why. Again, we could play the MSRP game. Can you find stuff cheaper? Probably, but you got to look around for it and everything. So I'm glad I invested in this, and I'm excited to see what they come up with next month. Again, thanks to the guys at Patreon for pitching in and giving their support to make things like this happen. Cool, and we have potentially 2 giveaway items out of this box also. Yes, I'm doing this a lot faster because I don't like cold weather. It's fat, guys. But I hope you enjoyed watching this. This is my first introduction to this box, so hopefully we'll get some more cool stuff in the next. Being said, I appreciate you guys. Y'all are awesome. We'll do some more shout-outs with the very next video, and I'll be back in real soon.